what does his shirt say?
Something popcorn, you
Free.
said. What does
Yeah.
that say?
What is above popcorn? And I realized that it said free popcorn. And then Danielle and I had a 10-minute conversation about what that could mean. I am actually like really thankful to be like able to do all this stuff, you know?
Right.
We are capable of doing these things. We have, the ability to do these things.
Right.
So there's so much to be thankful for, even though there's a lot of not good things going on in the world.
What is up? Welcome to Post Concert High, the podcast where the show doesn't end. Follow along as we chat about all things concerts, bands, and venues in the CLE. Do you have your ticket ready? Because the show is about to begin.
Well, I was going to say good morning, but good day.
Good day.
You got to switch it up. I feel like I say hello every time.
You do. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Good day. Good day.
Good day, chop.
Hola.
¿Cómo está?
¿Dónde está el baño?
WTF. What?
The most important question ever. Where is the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Literally the only question I need to know ever.
Ever. I don't know how to respond to that in Spanish.
No sé. You could say no sé. I don't know. No sé.
No, sure. No hablo español. Or is it no habla?
Habla.
No habla español. See, 3 years of Spanish and I can't.
Yes. So no habla inglés. Anyway, okay. So today's show is about the Epilogue World Tour. It was a world tour?
World tour.
I thought that I was looking at like the cities he went to. Was that on like the back of my? So I bought a shirt yesterday.
Me too, even though I never get merch.
I know.
Well, you technically bought it for me, but you used my card.
I went down and explored. And this is Dean Lewis, who is from Australia. And he came to the Agora with Henry Moodie. But so it was a world tour.
Yeah, he'll be going.
Okay, Canada, Netherlands, Ireland, United Kingdom. Oh, that's cool. Germany, Denmark. Solid.
Yeah. So, world tour.
Awesome. So his opener was Henry Moodie. I never heard of him before this. Did you?
I did not know. No, I'd never heard of him.
His voice was nice.
It was very nice. It was like a very Ed Sheeran vibe.
Yeah. And it like cut through, like same with Dean, but it like cut through the mic really well.
Yeah, it did.
But I don't know if that's just how they had it set up. But like, I don't know, it sounded really good. I was like, is he singing? Just because it sounds so good. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it.
He was, but like,
right.
It sounded really good. But Henry Moodie is a British pop singer-songwriter signed to Columbia Records, which is huge.
Huge.
They have like big artists like Beyonce,
Adele.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some huge ones that are signed with Columbia. So that's crazy for him to be that young and be signed with them. Not that young people can't.
Right, you said he was 20?
Yeah, he's 20. He just had his birthday on like the 7th or 8th of this month.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
Just a baby child. Just a little baby child. He was good though.
He was very good.
I like seeing young people thrive.
Yes.
But he became popular on TikTok from doing covers of different songs. Do we know any of those covers?
No, because I don't have TikTok.
I do. I never go on it, but let's see if we can find one.
Yeah, I'm not a TikToker. I don't I don't know why, but
No, I get it. I used to like make videos. There's probably videos of me on there somewhere, just stupid stuff.
are there? You shouldn't have told me that. The whole world's gonna know. We're
Oh
recording.
God, I don't even know.
Everybody's gonna try to find your
don't do it.
TikTok.
It's very embarrassing.
Are TikToks private or are they all public?
You can make it's like anything else. You can make
Okay.
it private. But you can have like friends, I think, and then I don't know. Then my brother told me that not to have it because China gets all our information. So then I just stopped for then.
Well, I would listen to him since he's so techie.
Yeah. Um, so I stopped after that, and then yeah, I don't know. I just never got back into it after that.
Mm.
I don't need it.
You could make videos of you putting your Legos together.
Oh yeah, actually they have like people who do that on Instagram.
Really?
Like maybe I should get into that.
Like a time lapse?
No, they're like talking. Well,
Oh, never. They're just a regular video.
It's a regular video of them putting it together.
Oh, I meant like a time lapse, but sure.
Yeah. Oh, I could do a time lapse. Anyway, I'm very off topic. So he did popular like covers on TikTok, and that's how he became popular. He did a cover of Set Fire to the Rain by Adele.
Mm. I can hear his voice matching well with
Yes, agreed.
Adele songs.
Yes. That's the only one I could find right now, but I can definitely see him doing a cover of that.
I'm sure there's probably a lot.
Yeah, he does a cover of Sting.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he does Pink songs. I'm gonna have to find these. You can probably find them on YouTube or something, or Instagram.
I believe he has a lot of TikTok followers. I think it said like 7 or 8 million.
Yeah, because some of these have like 500,000 views and stuff, like a lot of views. So yeah, he became popular on TikTok. He began writing songs at age 11.
Which is pretty young.
I was like coloring it. I don't know. Well, wait, I still do that.
I was just gonna say that you still do that.
I was like
20 years later.
Still oh, I have to come inside and not play outside right now. Dang it. I wasn't writing songs. You know, there was one time I woke up in the middle of the night and I had like all these lyrics in my head, and I wish I would have like written them down.
You gotta keep a notebook by your bed. That's what I do.
It only happened once.
See,
all the rest is just weird,
you
messed up
your
dreams.
Opportunity. I've been having really weird dreams lately.
Yeah.
Is it just like the moon cycle we're in right now, or just
everything?
Like really strange. Like I wouldn't call them nightmares because they're not like scary, weird, but they're just like where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been weird stuff.
The only one.
No, you're not alone.
Thanks.
Do you want to let them know about some of the popular songs he has?
So his most popular songs are Drunk Text, Pick Up the Phone. I love Pick Up the Phone. Mm-hmm. Indigo, which he just released a few weeks ago. You Were There for Me, and Right Person, Wrong Time. His very first song, his debut song, You Were There for Me, he released in 2022, and it peaked at number 39 on the UK singles download chart.
That's pretty significant.
For his first song.
Mm-hmm.
That's
great.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people make it onto a chart, let alone,
right.
At all. So.
And then at the end of that same year, he toured with the British pop band, The Vamps.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So to release your music that fast and then go on tour that fast,
that's significant. So his second single was Drunk Text, and that was released in 2023 and peaked at number 56 in download charts. So I'm guessing like that's on the internet.
Yeah.
I feel like that just made me sound really old. Do you use the internets?
The internets.
Gotta log on to my what was it called? AOL?
Yeah. Dial up.
Dial up. Get off the phone.
Oh.
Anyway,
Can you imagine if we still had that problem? Like if you couldn't use
no one would. Well,
your cell phone?
people would
while
die.
Yeah.
People would die now. They'd be like, "Well, looks like my life is over. Gotta go. Can't go on my phone, so might as well just leave."
Right?
Oh my gosh. So a year later, that same single peaked at #1 in Malaysia's charts and in other countries in Asia. That's
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Asia likes his music.
That's so cool. Like, how
Right.
much music do we like? There's so much music out there that we just don't know about because they're from different countries.
Right.
We only know about American stuff. And there's probably some crazy cool stuff that we just don't hear because it's not popular here.
Right. Like, it makes you wonder, like, do all of these other countries know the English language? So they're able to listen to it, and we just don't bother learning other countries' language, so we can't really listen to their music. I mean, you can listen to it, you just
Right.
won't understand what
Right.
they're saying.
Right. I don't know if they I know some artists will record it in like a different language.
A different language. Doesn't Avril Lavigne do that?
I don't.
She knows one of her songs in like a bunch of different languages.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
That would be. I feel like that would be cool if more artists did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of learning. You're gonna have to. That's a lot of time and a lot
Right.
of. Because learning another language is hard.
It is hard.
So
It's very hard.
So yeah. So then they released 6 more singles within the next year.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the next debut?
Yeah, he released his debut EP, which is called In All of My Lonely Nights, in January of 2024. And then he did 2 tours of his own. In 2023, it was the Lonely Nights tour, performing in Europe and the US. And then in 2024, he went on the Good Old Days tour, and that was in Europe.
When did they announce that he would be at this show? Was it like last minute or was
No,
he's touring all around with
yeah,
it?
he's
Okay.
touring with Dean Lewis.
I
for this show.
obviously have not done a lot of research. I found out that Dean Lewis was from Australia at his concert.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't know he was Australian?
No. I'd go to Australia. I'd probably live there.
Are you sure? We've had this
Oh, yeah.
conversation about the big spiders before.
I would like have a lot of pest control in my house. I wouldn't be able to like breathe. I would be dying because there's so much like chemicals in my house, but I wouldn't have pests in my house. In Hawaii, they have these long like millipede things. Like they're like a foot long. I'm not even joking.
Really?
And they like come out like, especially like my brother had a place there and like they sprayed around the house and they all just like came out of the house and they're like long. I was like, what the hell?
I thought you were going to recommend like meeting him halfway and living in Hawaii, but now that you talked about those
No, that's I saw one while I was there and I was like, nope.
No.
But my brother sent me like this whole video of like, I'm not even joking, like 20 of them. And they're like thick and they're like a foot long.
What purpose do they have?
I don't
Is there
know.
like really big birds in Hawaii that eat them?
Maybe.
Pterodactyls?
What do I even look up for that? Long.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So this is very off topic again. So gross. This is what they look like. So I think they're centipedes.
They're a centipede.
But they're gross. They're like big.
They don't look that big. You know we have
Here, wait.
centipedes here, right? That's pretty big. That's like double the size of a person's hand.
It's gross.
They can stay there.
Like, mm-mm. There were like 20 of them while I was there.
Do they bite?
I don't know. I lied, not while I was there, but the video that was sent to me, there were like a bunch of them.
Oh, thank you.
It gives me like the
Okay.
shivers.
Okay.
Anyway,
So if you had to pick really, really big spiders or the giant centipedes, which would you choose?
it depends on the temperament of either one of them.
Neither will bite you. They're just in the room with you.
I would probably keep the spider.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
it gives me
Too many legs.
Yeah, it's too gross. Yeah, I would keep a spider. I'd rather a big spider than a thing with a bunch of legs, like slithering through your house. And then to have like multiple of them, no. Mm-mm.
No.
Anyway, we are very off topic. Dean Lewis was the main performer. Danielle hates me right now.
Oh,
We're okay. Everything's great here.
Ooh. This is what happens when we go to one show.
One show. It's been too long. It was too long.
It was way too long. But yes.
Okay. Dean Lewis was the headliner of this show, and it was really good. He is an Australian pop singer, songwriter, signed to Island Records and Universal Music Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Are those both Australia? Or like
Yeah.
Australian?
Yeah,
record?
Australian Records is Australia too.
Okay. So he was inspired to pursue music after watching a live Oasis DVD in 2005.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I get that vibe from him.
Yeah,
That
for
Oasis
sure.
vibe. Yeah.
For sure. You want to talk about his popular songs?
Yeah, so his most popular songs include Be Alright, How Do I Say Goodbye, Waves, I Hate That It's True, that he just released like last week or the week before, a few weeks ago. And With You. And some of those songs have been very, very successful.
Very, yes.
Like Waves came out in 2016. That's certified 7 times platinum in Australia and peaked at number 12 on the Australian ARIA charts.
Okay. That's significant.
Yeah, and it's been featured on multiple TV shows.
Oh, cool.
Like Suits, Grey's Anatomy, Beller, Riverdale. There's some other ones.
Okay.
Which I get that
It
song
does
could,
feel like that.
yeah, easily be used for a TV show.
For sure. For sure. And then How Do I Say Goodbye was released in 22. And it was certified gold or platinum in over 10 countries. Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Good for him though. That's a good song.
It's a very good song.
I cried last night during that song.
I remember when I saw the video on Instagram, it was his dad listening to the song for the first time.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Uh-oh.
That's when I first found him, and I think a lot of people
Oh my God.
might have found him from that as well. I mean, he's been around for a while.
Yes.
And I don't know how out there his music was before that,
Yeah.
but I feel like a lot of people resonated. I'm going to say that word. Resonate.
Yeah.
Yes,
with this one.
From that song because
Yes.
so many people go through the same thing.
Yes. Completely. I remember like the first time I heard, I actually have like a playlist of like sad songs because, adulting.
Right.
And like this was one of them. And it definitely stuck with me and I felt like I related to a lot of things. All right, let's see this. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I remember when I saw this for the first time,
Yeah.
and I hadn't heard any of his music yet.
Right.
But I'm really glad his dad is doing good.
That is really good.
But yeah, that's certified gold or platinum in over 10 countries, which is
I see it.
crazy. Yeah. His 2018 single, Be All
Sign.
Right, sign. Be All Right reached #1 on Australia and certified platinum within 4 weeks of release.
Now, I was just on YouTube when I looked up his stuff. A lot of people have like covers of this song.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a very popular cover song. It seemed like.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah. And it also reached 11 times platinum in Australia and multi-platinum worldwide.
Hell
Double
yeah.
platinum in the US,
Hell yeah.
right?
Yeah, there were definitely a few times last night where I was like, oh, I didn't know this was him. There were a few times.
Yeah.
But that's cool to like find out, you know?
Right?
Like, or
It's
you
a
just
nice
don't put
surprise.
2 and 2 together, like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So he released 3 albums. A Place We Knew in 2019, The Hardest Love in 2022, and the Epilogue in 2025, which is what this tour was for. The Epilogue Deluxe is coming out on July 11th. In 2023, he opened several shows for the American pop band AJR on their The Maybe Man tour. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I know who they are.
I don't know who they are either.
Huh. Okay.
Let's take a little
Let's
listen here,
do it.
because who doesn't need more band knowledge? I love it.
Always. Oh.
So we know them.
We know
just-
them. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, I know this one. Bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all coming. Okay. I could see it. Like
I could
opening
see it
for it.
too. Yeah. He would be a nice opener for them.
Yes.
Like get them pumped, but not get them too
Yeah,
riled up before AJR. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see that. I could see that.
for sure.
And then he's won some awards.
Yes.
Australian Recording Industry Association Music Awards, or ARIA Music Awards for short, because that's not a mouthful. 2018, he won Best Video for Be All Right with Jesse Hill.
Mm.
And then in 2019, he won Album of the Year for his album A Place We Knew.
Oh.
And Best
Makeup.
Male Artist.
Makeup artist? That's what I thought it was saying.
Male
Best
Artist.
Male artist.
I don't know if he does makeup.
Maybe. I mean, to each his own.
Ah.
Anyway, so we figured since this is our first show we went to in 2025, we would give you the background of each performer of what we just saw, and then we would go into the concert details.
Yeah. In case you didn't know about them already.
Right. So we're going to start talking about Henry Moodie first. How did you feel about him? What were your thoughts?
Well, I was a little confused because it wasn't supposed to start until 8.
Yes.
Or at least we thought it wasn't supposed to start until 8. And he came out at like, what, 7:40 or something like
Yeah, it was
that?
like
We're like,
7
what's going on? I liked him a lot, though. I like his voice. I liked his presence on stage.
Yes.
He was very fun. I mean, you could tell that he was young, but he's comfortable
Yes.
up there.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed him. I thought it was a really good fit for an opener for Dean Lewis.
Yeah.
They kind of have a similar style, but like it's still different.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
But like even their voices, they're different, but also kind of similar
Right. I think
in
it's
how
just
they
like,
sing.
I think it's like the British Australian thing. You know, a
Yeah.
lot of times people get the accents confused.
Right.
even though they're like not close together
all.
on the world.
Right.
But
Right. Yes.
but yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. I do kind of wish he sang mostly with like a recording
Yeah.
of his like music,
Mm-hmm.
and then he sang with that, which he sounded great. I kind of wish that he would have had a little more instruments on there, or like a band, or like something.
Or kind of like how Murgy did it, where he had a guy next
Just
to
one,
him
yeah, even if
with
it's
a
just one
keyboard or something.
person like controlling the music or something, and like,
Right.
but that's small. Like, I thought he did a good job. He was a good performer, and people knew his music.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like I might have heard one of his songs, but like I didn't know many.
I had just started listening to him this week, and his songs are very like easy to pick up on.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably because I feel like they're intentional songs
Yes.
that like, how do I describe this? Like,
They all have like a specific, like what they're about.
like a specific meaning
yeah.
behind them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoyed him a lot. And I thought it was a good fit.
Yeah, and he used the stage. I mean, the stage at the Agora is a decent size.
Yeah, he was all over
Yeah.
the stage, and he did look comfortable up there. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, and it was yeah, I just wish that like he would have had a couple more things going on stage, but small detail.
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's not that important.
Right.
He did a cover, which I thought was kind of cool what he did.
I did like what he did. Instead of just playing
Yeah.
a cover, he brought up a sign and a like blow up dice. Die was
Die.
just one.
It was just
not two.
Yeah. He would have had to have 12 songs.
But yeah, he had somebody in the crowd throw it on stage. That you can take your mic out.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Start. I was like, why is this stuck? Okay, anyway. Yeah, that was cool. So someone like threw the dice, whatever. Die on stage. And then whatever number it landed on, he played that cover.
Yeah, on his list.
On his list of 6 songs that he had written on the board.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of cool. So it's not the same every night.
Right. So it gets
a variety of things.
Yeah, but it landed on 5.
It landed on 5, which was Coldplay.
Which he sung very well.
He did sing very well. I enjoyed it. And I think it was Viva La Vida, but I'm not 100.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah. It was really good. And then at the end, literally on the last song, I'm like, what does his shirt say?
Okay. Something popcorn,
free.
You said. What
does
that say?
What is above popcorn? And I realized that it said free popcorn. And then Danielle and I had a 10-minute conversation about what that could mean.
You're like, you want free popcorn?
Right. I would take free popcorn anytime.
Right.
But also, if popcorn is in trouble, we have to free the popcorn.
So what is he going for? Does he want to give out free popcorn? Does he want free popcorn? Or does he want to free the popcorn?
It could be any of those. I feel like this is something we need to message him.
Okay.
Honestly, we should, and see if he responds. That would be lovely if he did. Be like, we have a podcast and we discussed your shirt.
We just need to know your answer.
We need to know what this specifically means, and if you want free popcorn or if you want to free the popcorn.
Yes.
I thought that was funny though.
The answer would probably be like, I just like the shirt.
Probably. A very guy answer. It was a funny shirt, so I got it.
There's no meaning behind what it says.
Right. No bigger meaning, just that. So during his show, I did end up going down and getting our merch. So I did miss like 1 or 2 songs, but
I think it was only 1. You were pretty fast.
Yeah, I was pretty fast.
Yeah.
I was not messing around.
Right.
I did hit the bathroom while I was out.
Did you? I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't think Kelsey used the bathroom at all last night, which is very...
I went twice.
Did you?
Oh, wait, no. I went once. During that time, I went down to get stuff.
Okay. Don't
Much.
I don't keep track of your bathroom breaks,
Are
but
you-
I just thought it was odd because I'm so used to you having to go.
Go all the time?
Yes.
I did go less. So that was a correct assumption.
Well, you only had one drink too.
I did. It was okay. I don't really drink anymore.
No,
No.
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Your liver will thank you.
true. True. Yeah, I had what was it? Neutral. It was pretty good. It was a nice refreshing.
Was it?
I was like, I don't have to work tomorrow, so, you know.
And you didn't have to drive.
Yeah.
That was my responsibility, but I almost didn't get us to your house safely. But anyways,
like, how do you even That was funny. It was so funny. Listen, we were on the freeway, and like on this part of the freeway there's like stoplights, only like a few.
it's a weird connector.
It's a
like
weird
two
freeways attach.
Yeah. Attach.
Is that the word? they cross intersections.
Yeah.
Attach. So we were there and we're just like driving and like we're on our way back to
It's like 10:30 at night.
10:30, which is late for us, okay?
That show ended early though.
I know, I was all about it.
It was nice.
I was like, "Oh, cool. We got out at 10." I'm for this.
Yes. It was
Any
nice.
other show that does this, I'm for.
Especially with working
Yes.
that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to work the next day, thank God.
Right.
But yeah, we were driving and like there was a stoplight that was red. And like we just keep coming up to it and Danielle just doesn't slow down. I'm like, and then like she catches it like right away, and then like it turned green. So like we didn't have to worry about it because she was already like almost through the intersection.
Yes.
It was okay though. It you did nothing wrong because it turned green.
I'm normally not drive-through red lights driver, but I was trying to explain to Kelsey about the light situation in Michigan.
Which apparently is very...
Apparently it takes a lot of my brain power to explain it to you because I wasn't paying attention to the light.
With the blinky lights.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have those here. But anyway.
But yes, so you had a drink, but I didn't have a drink.
How was your ginger ale?
It was good.
Yeah.
I always get a ginger ale there.
You do?
Yeah. I like it.
I was like, do I ask her what she wants? Because I already know what she wants.
A ginger ale.
Yeah.
I do that everywhere though. Like even with restaurants and stuff, it's like I find what I like and that's what I stick with.
I feel that.
I don't explore much, which
I get it.
whatever.
To each his own. It's okay. I'm the same way. So what did you think about Dean Lewis?
Hold on. You were going somewhere with this conversation.
What?
When you went to go get merch and you came back, and what did I tell you happened?
Wait, what? What did you tell me happened?
What he called the flashlight on the phone.
God, yeah. Okay, so I left and I missed this because I was doing important things like going to the bathroom and getting merch and getting our beverages. And I come back and Danielle's like, he wanted us to take our phone torches out. I was like, I've never heard that before, but I kind of like it.
Right.
It makes so much sense.
He was talking about the flashlight on the phone.
Yeah.
Everybody, you can't say pull your lighters out like they used to because people.
Can you still do that now or no? Because like I think there's like rules in buildings, but
there probably is rules, but there's also rules about not smoking inside
and vaping and stuff.
Yeah, and I've seen plenty of people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were at the DAX show, I'm pretty sure one of the people on stage with Millie's like lit up a regular cigarette right on stage.
Probably.
So
Good
yeah.
point.
Maybe the lighters would be better for like an outdoor
venue. Yeah, that's true.
Not
like
inside.
Blossom or
one
of those kind of places.
Yeah.
True.
But phone torches, that's what we
Phone
will
torches.
forever. If that's not trademarked, he needs to trademark that.
To. Unless that's what they, because in different countries they call things different things.
Like in Australia or New Zealand, one of the two, a cooler is called a chili bin.
Yeah.
They're like
It
cute.
like makes sense.
Yeah. Chili bin.
All these things make sense, but like, yeah, I think like okay, if you were from, where is he from? Britain?
He's from England. He's from London.
England? Okay, London. London. If you live in England, can you let us know if this is a word that is said regularly?
If we have any listeners in other countries,
That would be awesome.
just shoot us a message in general, because that would be crazy.
That would be really cool. We'd like to talk to you. I have so many questions about
we can get your opinion on freeing popcorn.
Yes. Anyway. Okay. So we're back. We are back. We are both in our seats, ready for Dean. And now I will say, we got there a little after 7.
Yeah, the doors opened at 7.
We think. Do you think they opened early?
They might have opened them early.
Because they started? I thought it was supposed.
It was supposed to be doors open at 7, show starts at 8. That's normally how most shows work, is they give an hour for people to get in and get comfortable and whatnot.
Right.
But I don't know if they changed it or if that was how it was always supposed to be and it was just not put on the tickets and Facebook properly.
Yeah. Which is possible. We've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. We got there a little after 7. We went to our normal spot. There were a lot of people there even before the opener.
There was. Like, all the railings were full.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to explore. So I went upstairs.
You left me
I
alone.
did. Yes. I know. I'm sorry.
By myself. I was scared.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's pretty scary there. There were a lot of scared kids there.
There was a lot of little kids there. This was an all-age show.
Which was cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Which we will talk about a couple other children down the road. There were 2 children in particular that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you're exploring.
I was exploring and I went upstairs, which I went up there once before for like there was like a drag show there or something. Mm-hmm. So I went up there once before, but I didn't stay up there long, so I didn't remember specifically how it was. So I went up there. There's another like floor with bathrooms and a bar, which is awesome because there was like no one in line. But downstairs is always like there's people there trying to get a drink.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about the Agora, they have like 5 bars.
They do have a lot of bars.
4 or 5 bars.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So it's never a long line.
Yeah.
But I went upstairs and then you go up a couple more, like another flight of stairs to get to the seating. And that's where like you could buy like more expensive tickets for like reserved seats. And then everything up to the back wall was general admission, which we both didn't know.
No, I had no idea there was general admission upstairs.
Yeah, me neither. But then we went up there, we got some seats. And I liked it. I liked it for certain shows.
I liked it for a show like this, where you just like want to sit and enjoy it. It wasn't the best for like recording.
Right.
I think it was too far away for recording. But to like just be able to sit there and enjoy it, it was nice. Now, if we went to like a punk,
like a Newfound Glory show, it would be better downstairs.
Yeah.
But if you're there to just enjoy the music and just sit and listen, and it was perfect for that.
Yeah. If you want to feel like more connected to the artist and the crowd, I would probably say seating would not be the best thing. Like if you want to feel like you're more
in the actual like concert.
Yeah.
It almost did feel like we were like watching from like the outside.
Yeah, it did. Which isn't a bad thing.
No. It was just different.
Yeah.
Just not what we were used to because we've always stood.
Right. But it's a nice option. Like, especially if you're handicapped or you have like a broken foot or something like that and you still want to be able to go to a show but you don't want to have to pay for that reserved seating.
Mm-hmm.
You can just buy our general admission ticket and then go and sit and still
after
see
you
the
walk
show.
Up 4 flights upstairs.
I didn't think about that.
But once you get to the seat, you're good.
You're good until you got to use the restroom.
And then you're like,
I didn't think about that. Thanks.
it's okay. Yeah,
They didn't have
anytime.
an elevator? They didn't have an elevator.
I mean,
did
it's an
they?
old building. I don't feel like maybe they did like hidden somewhere, but like not easily accessible, I don't think. They
Yeah, I
might.
don't think there's an elevator.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, once you hobble up the stairs, then you can sit.
Any of this.
Okay.
They did have handicap.
They do have handicapped
Handicap
seating
seating.
downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. And they
Okay.
also had seats in front of the railings up those stairs.
Yeah. Which
So I
that
don't-
might have been a nice view because the railing isn't
in the
solid.
way, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a good way to segue into how he was on stage. So like Dean Lewis was very interactive with like the audience. And I thought that was so cool.
Very interactive.
The most like I've seen at any show that you and I have gone to.
Yeah. And he wasn't up there by himself. He had his band members
band.
up there. But he was very, you could tell that he was really excited to be in Cleveland. He had talked about he loved Cleveland before the show because I saw it on his stories. But
Good for you,
he
dude.
like he
I actually like the actual city of Cleveland. I think it's really like it's not too big. Like you can just go down there
Right.
and like just chill and like
yeah.
there's multiple different like streets you could go to, always have events. So like I'm not bashing Cleveland completely, but I think it's funny when like people come from like Australia, which I feel like is so like I've never been there. So you're
Right.
like, "Oh, it's so cool."
Yeah.
But then you come to Cleveland and you're like to me I'd be like, "What?"
But it's like the opposite.
Yeah, I know. That's so weird.
Yeah.
He also came out at the end with an American flag and he's like, "I'm an American
Yeah.
by what did he say?"
His dad's cousin is American.
So he's American. Yeah. I was like,
it's a little far, but
yeah,
we'll accept you.
we'll accept
We'll
you
gladly
anytime.
accept
True.
you.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so Dean Lewis, so going back to his interactions with the audience, he was very like, he wanted to read everyone's signs
Yeah.
and like, he walked into the crowd like multiple times.
Which is, yeah. I don't know if I would do that down there with it being so squished. Like people,
True.
it's tight.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he had space around him. He was literally like walking through the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really cool though that he did that.
Yeah. I feel like it makes it feel so much more like intimate because he made that effort to like get out into the crowd and like connect with his fans.
Yeah.
And like he wanted to read everyone's signs and like people gave him stuff and he's like, "Can I keep this?" And like he kept like a teddy bear and he kept like I don't know what the other thing was.
I don't know what the other thing was.
It was like a kid made it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it could be anything.
But he had his drummer give out sticks.
Yeah.
He was constantly giving out picks.
Yeah. He was just like throwing them out.
Maybe they bought like
literally just a pack from the store. Here, I touched this.
Yep.
It's like a 0.01 cent pick.
Yeah. A quarter of a cent.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I mean, I wouldn't throw out an expensive anything.
But you could tell he genuinely wanted to be there. He genuinely wanted to connect with his fans. Like he genuinely loves what he's doing in touring.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
That was really cool. So did we find the names of the band members?
Google said something, but I don't know if it's true.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Because it's AI. It's the AI overview.
So it says Jen McPhee, Alex Warren, and Albenison.
Mm-hmm. He said all the names last night, but it was hard to hear.
Yeah, sometimes you can't really notice. And I made the mistake of not putting my earplugs in.
Oh, I had mine in.
It wasn't too loud though.
It wasn't too loud upstairs, but I knew like certain amount of time would go by and then I'd be like, I can't hear very well.
Right. So maybe those are who was with him last night, but
Those might be.
I don't know. Pretty much it was a drummer, a guitarist, and then a was
Violinist.
he playing bass too?
I
The
never
one guy?
saw a bass. He played the piano though.
Okay. So it was like piano,
Yeah, it was good.
guitar,
Yeah, I didn't see a bass all
and
night.
then was the girl doing anything? She was doing something else back there, right?
She had a keyboard, I believe.
A keyboard or like a
Yeah.
music thing or
Yeah.
whatever.
And a violin, which
And a violin, which we both loved.
it was beautiful.
It was really nice.
It just adds an extra element to the music.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I feel like it's one of those instruments that just connects me to the music even more.
Yes. And I think it's so cool to like you could hear the I feel like you could hear the difference in like the music based on like compared to like American music.
Yeah.
And I really liked it.
Yeah. I feel like they used to use it. The cover that they did, that original song had the violin in it.
Yes.
I feel like artists used to use it, like early 2000s. They used to use it, and it like
Yes.
slowly faded out.
Well, even like the style of his music, like you can tell it's almost like folksy, but like
Pop.
you know, pop,
Yeah.
but like also I don't know. It was a very nice vibe to the whole thing.
Yeah, it was emotional, but it wasn't overwhelming.
Yes.
I thought I was going to get very not overwhelmed in a bad way.
But it was just a lot. Like he has a
Yeah.
lot of very powerful, like emotional songs that he
Yes.
has written.
Yes.
So I get that for sure.
I did cry like 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw me cry. It was like the tear would go down my cheek and I'd just like dab it so nobody noticed I was crying.
It's okay. We all got to do it.
I thought I was going to like
do.
full on ball, but I didn't.
Yeah, me
I-
neither.
Yeah.
But that when he played that one song, it did like it started getting to me a little bit. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, he also did a couple covers, right? He did that song by. Remember, I was like, I don't know this song, or was that
At the end, towards the end.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
where you were like, is this Taylor Swift? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, Abrams. Something Abrams.
I don't think so.
Something Abrams. I think it's Gracie Abrams. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. He did that.
And then he
towards
did a
the-
song, and I was like, the 3 girls in front of us like knew every single word, and I was like,
Yeah, it was that one.
I don't know this song.
I'm surprised they knew it because the one didn't put her phone down all night.
She did not.
I was very close to tapping on her shoulder and
She has
being
some
like,
important things to
are
handle.
you here to watch the concert and
Mhm.
listen to the music, or do you want to stay on Snapchat all night?
Probably that.
But that's the elder millennial in me of
Yes. People will do what they want to do.
like, if I went to a show with you and you were on your phone all night, I'd probably be like, what the fuck?
Like, what are you doing?
I would probably just take your phone and be like, I'm
That's fine.
confiscating this and
That's cool.
show.
I probably deserved it, so it's cool. I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Okay. And then I would enjoy the rest of the show.
Neither of us would ever do that though, because we pay our hard-earned money to go to these shows.
True. Yes. Exactly. It was a really good show. And then like there was a moment where he went up into like the balcony and had like a little section like where he had a keyboard and then the band like played around him. It was so like
Yeah.
even though it wasn't intimate really, it felt
It
intimate because he like made like it was just in a smaller, more confined area versus a stage.
Yeah.
So
It was-
while we're talking about that. So he was playing a song. It was just him up there at first, and he was
Yeah.
playing a song, and he was singing, and like he was in like I don't know what you call it, like a booth.
They kind of are booths with just railings, and there's like 3 on each side.
Yeah, and it's like private seating, so
Yeah.
like you can sit in these areas. So he was in one of them, and then in the one right next door to him, like literally right next door,
Yeah.
was like a mom and the daughter. And
He was probably what, like 7 or 8, maybe 9.
yeah, probably around there.
Yeah.
Now I will say she knew a lot of the words to like all of his songs. Like it was cute. But when he was over there, because everyone was looking over there and the lights were on him, like she was just standing right in front of him.
Like literally probably like 2 feet away from his face.
Just staring at him like, and like it just looks so funny because like that's all you saw.
I know, and the moment wasn't funny.
It wasn't. It was like a good song.
Yeah, a very emotional song, and you and I are both laughing, and I felt so bad for laughing, but I was like, all I see is the girl staring. And he just did his own thing and just kept performing. I'm like,
but then like after he played, he was like, "Are you enjoying this?" I was dying laughing. Oh my gosh. But I think the two people that were sitting next to me also were laughing at it.
Were they?
Because they were like giggling and I could hear them.
I'm glad
and I was like,
the only ones.
Okay.
Like if I was that mom, I would have been like,
let's sit down for a little bit.
Can you sit down?
Yeah.
Like you look awkward right now. Just sit down.
But maybe because they were right next to him, she didn't see how awkward it looked.
Right.
Because it looked different from being right there.
Yeah.
It just looks so funny because like the spotlight was just on them and she was just there. in like right in front of him. We'll share either a video or a picture of it, but
like literally that's all you see. And he's totally into the song.
Oh yeah. Didn't acknowledge it, which is good. That's like a good professional thing. Like, you know.
Right.
I would not have I would not have survived. I would have been laughing so hard.
I bet you if it was an adult.
True.
He might have been like, "Can you sit down, mate?" or
now,
something.
I don't know if you noticed, like after he did that song and then the band came out and the other guy was playing piano. He like the girl, there was a moment where the girl was like talking to the mom for like a little bit and he like looked over and was like shush, like very kind, like it was a very like not like rude thing, but he's just like,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was like really like quick, but I noticed it.
I was like, maybe telling the mom to get her to sit down or something.
Maybe, I have no clue.
Oh, and he was like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I wouldn't have worried about it. Like they're a fan; they paid to come to my show.
True.
If they want to stand 2 feet from my face, then they're the ones that look awkward.
Right, that's on them. Totally. Yeah, but it was a really good moment.
Yeah,
that was a good moment.
It was cool that they did that,
and I think it worked because like it just like brought the moment down. Like, I feel like when you're on stage, it's just such a big thing, and you're just like focused on the performance aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you can break it down to almost like it almost felt like acoustic, but like it wasn't.
Right. And it was cool to look down and see everybody downstairs staring
looking up.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people there, and they all knew the songs.
There was 1,600 people there.
Was it sold out?
No.
Oh,
but that's pretty close.
That's a lot.
1,600 people. Because he was like, "I can't believe there's 1,600 people here to see me. How do people in Cleveland know my music?"
we have downtime. I don't know.
We love our music.
We love our music here. That's true. We got the whole rock hall.
We do have the rock hall.
That's all I got.
We have the Cleveland Orchestra.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of good music stuff here.
Yeah.
So definitely not complaining with that. But
no.
Yeah, no, that was a good moment. And then to piggyback off of that, we also had a little girl sitting in front of us.
She was so cute. I just wanted to like squeeze her.
Just pinch her little cheeks. Like she was the cutest girl, and like she was just probably how old? What, like I don't know.
Probably like 3 or 4.
She was very young.
She was very young, but she was so excited to be there.
You could just see the pure happiness in her, like,
Yeah.
the way she reacted to things. And, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, it's been a long time since I felt that. I say that with, like, I think it's just being an adult because it's
Right.
like things just get,
Right.
they're not as exciting and because you've been alive for so long. You know?
Right. Yeah, we had this conversation in the car
Yeah.
ride home.
Yeah.
That we have so much other stuff and
Going
we see
on.
things
Yeah.
so much differently than when we did as a kid.
Yes.
But I feel like we still have those moments. We just don't, we're blinded by so much stuff that we don't
Yes.
have those moments.
Exactly. I wish like some of those moments would come back. But I think we just are in control of that. Like mentally in control of like being like, okay, we just need to enjoy this moment at the moment.
Right.
So that's on us.
I feel like I
Like
try to
everything.
do that at concerts though. Like
Yes.
I try to not be one of those people that has my phone out all the time.
Yeah.
But I also like to, when I record, I try to not look at my phone when I record.
Right.
And still look at the moment, but just have my phone so I can go back and
Yes.
look at those moments.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I try to do that at shows. Block
Yeah.
everything out and just enjoy the moment.
Just enjoy that moment. Yeah. I'm the same way with that. Like when I go on walks and stuff, like I check out of it. Like I don't take my phone out.
Yeah.
It's either just me or just like me and my dogs, and we'll just walk and just enjoy. I try not to think about anything, you
Yeah.
know, serious or anything. I just like, I am actually like really thankful to be like able to do all this stuff, you know?
Right.
We are capable of doing these things. We have, you know, the ability to do these things.
Right.
So there's so much to be thankful for, even though there's a lot of not good things going on in the world.
Right. And I'm not like one of those people that disses social media, but I feel like we see everything that everybody else has on social
Mhm.
media,
Mm-hmm.
and then we compare it to our life, and we don't see
And that's not
the positive
right.
things that we already have.
Right. And it's like, I think we forget that like social media is like not real.
Yeah.
So people are only sharing what they want to share.
Right.
So you don't really know the other side of it when it comes to
Right.
it. So, and I think you have to like remember that.
Right. People can like post all they want and you
Mhm.
think that you know them, but they could have a totally private life that they're not
sharing.
showing you.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yep.
I think it's important for everybody though to have those moments, whether it's a walk or a concert or whatever it is, to
Yeah.
like block everything out and just have those.
So I heard a
happy
little
moments.
thing where it's like they're actually called like glimmers. So like instead of being triggered by something, which is like the negative part of it,
Okay.
they're like glimmers, which is like the positive, like happy parts that you see.
Okay.
So like I'm like, that's kind of a cool way to
Yeah.
look at it.
A different
you know?
way to look at it.
But yeah.
like
So
that.
yeah. Little fun thing to
But what
do.
did that little girl
Oh my God.
that we wanted to squeeze?
She was so cute. So she kept looking back at like the girls that were in front of us.
Yeah, there was 3 girls. They were probably what? 18,
They were
19?
Yeah, they were younger, but
Yeah.
like they were there. They were enjoying themselves,
Mhm.
you know, singing along, doing all this stuff. And the one girl kept like, I think she was like making face, like, you know,
Yeah.
just like communicating with the little girl with like faces and stuff.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the concert, the little girl like gets up and walks up to the girl that she was like looking at and gives her like a bracelet. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
It was so cute.
sweet. Like it just like felt so genuine.
Yeah.
You don't like, I feel like it's so hard to find like genuine things now. And that was
Right.
like a moment where you're like, that was so genuine and kind. And you know that she wanted to give her that.
Yeah.
She's like, I need to give, like, and that's especially from a kid. Like, there's no like reason for it, you know?
Right.
Like, sometimes I feel like with adults and stuff, like, there's like a reason behind it. But like, she's like, I want to do this. So she did it.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
We should make some post-concert high bracelets
Yeah.
and take them with us to a show.
Like a Taylor Swift
And we
thing.
like just
Pass them out.
observe people.
And then give them to people we like.
Yeah.
Only the people we like.
And if there's kids there, automatically one of those kids have to get the bracelet.
True.
But we
That
can
would
do that.
Cool. We can make we should have a show where we make bracelets and drink wine.
We
And
could
then
do it
put
on that
songs.
episode that we talked
could.
about. This music goes with this wine, and we're just making bracelets and drinking wine.
That sounds like a lovely evening.
Yeah, we'll have to get some food in there, otherwise that episode won't last very long.
I'm like, what are they talking about now? Just like Kelsey's on a rant about something and Danielle's just chilling and like laughing because Kelsey isn't kind of crazy. So
Oh,
man.
that was a nice moment though.
It was so good. It was so good to be back.
It was very good to be back. I've been looking forward to it for weeks.
Yeah.
But like yesterday, I was like just so anxious to
Yeah.
get through work because I was like, I just need
Time.
this
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Agreed. It was good to be back.
What was your favorite moment from last night? Or there can be more than one, but like what's stuck out to you most? That made you happy, made you sad, whatever it was.
Honestly, I have to say, I have a few. The 2 kid moments that we've already talked about will forever stay in my mind.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I'm writing on your desk.
That's okay. It's not our permanent desk.
Okay, cool.
Once we get our permanent desk,
don't do it.
I will. No, I'm just kidding.
Stab my hand.
I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
I also really liked when he sang "How Do I Say Goodbye." Thought that was a nice moment. And his crowd interactions were really nice. I really, really liked that everyone knew his songs. Like it was pretty crazy how loud it was in there.
So I didn't hear it when we were there. Probably
you didn't?
Probably because I had my earbuds in.
Yes, it was loud.
But when I went back this morning, it's like the first thing I do. Like I don't even get up out of bed. I pull my phone out and I look at all my videos, and that's like you almost can't hear him over the crowd singing, and I'm like, how did I not hear this last night?
It was pretty cool. I was like, wow, that says a lot about your music when the entire crowd is singing loud.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really cool. And they knew like all the words and yeah, I really liked that. What was your favorite?
I really loved when they did a cover of Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, and they brought. So it was Dean Lewis.
Yes.
It was in the middle of his set, but he brought. I love it when the headliner brings out
an opener.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's something like it's not probably most likely never going to be recorded.
Right.
So it's like you won't see it unless it's posted on social media.
Right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have something in my eye.
Okay.
You ever like...
Yeah, you like can't find it, but your eyes... Yeah.
Something gets in your eye and you're not really sure what it was. But anyway, yes, I agree with that.
So those moments...
Really glad we don't have YouTube videos right now. Oh, it would be... Anyway.
Does YouTube have...
I'm just going to stare at you with one eyeball now.
Do we need to take a break?
No, I'm good.
You can't go with one eye.
It's fine. Everything's fine. No, I'm good.
I'm going to have to look at the wall for the rest of the show because I can't look at you.
Oh my God. Okay, I think we're good. It's better, I think.
That was it. I have the hiccups now.
That's okay. You got it. It'll add character to our show. My broken eyeball and your hiccups.
I hate the hiccups, by the way. Like I
know they are the worst. Yeah. They are pretty bad.
So yeah, I feel like those moments are super special, and I love them at every show when they do that. But I love the Goo Goo Dolls too, and I thought that was a very fitting song for them. And
it sounded really good.
Like, him playing it comfortably.
And like when the band was like going back and forth, like playing their like that
Right.
during that one part of it,
Yeah, the violin and everything. It was just
it was
was
good. It was powerful. It
Yeah.
was a good moment.
Um,
Um,
yeah, that was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And like when he came and sang up in the balcony were probably my two favorite moments.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, those were good too. But yeah, it was a solid first concert back.
It was a nice, relaxing,
Like just vibing type
yeah,
concert.
going back into it. Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Now, would you see Henry Moodie again?
Yes. Would you?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I would bank that he'll have like a big song in the next couple years.
Probably. I mean, if he's done all of this
Yeah.
just in what, 3 years? Yeah, he released his song 3 years ago.
I have a feeling that we're going to hear something from both of them in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like Dean has a couple bigger songs that I wasn't sure of. Like I didn't know were him, like we said earlier.
Mhm.
But like I feel like they're gonna put out some more songs
Right.
that will
Especially-
become bigger.
Especially with the way they write their songs. They're very heartfelt and
Yes.
emotional.
I wish there was more of that in like today's popular music.
Right. But they make it beautiful and not like some of Dawn
Dawn.
Dean's songs. He like even said like I write depressing songs or something like that. He
Oh, yeah.
said.
It was like you guys all said that how depressed you were and how you like my depressing songs or something.
Yeah, yeah. But they're all beautiful, even though
Yes.
they are sometimes about things
But it's like
that are
real.
tricky.
You
It's
know,
real things that all of us,
all of us have somehow, somewhere,
Right.
some shape,
Like-
way, shape, or form have gone through.
yeah, or know somebody that's gone through
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yes.
So
for
I
sure.
feel like they're like connecting songs.
Yeah.
They connect all of us.
Yes. Agreed.
But I feel
For
like
sure.
concerts in general are like that. Like
A way
as
to
much as
connect
I
us.
like don't like people, like thank you for listening to the show, but I really don't like people.
All of my jobs have to deal with people,
So do mine. I'm like, why why
So
am I
when
in
I-
customer service?
which totally makes sense why. Like, I don't want to do anything.
Right.
Like, I want to sit at home and do nothing after. Because it's like,
Right.
by the time I'm home, I'm like drained.
Right.
So, you know,
There was just a post about that. I gotta find it. Because it made complete sense.
yeah.
Oh, please. Oh, no, it was about rewatching the same show over and over.
What about it?
So, rewatching the same show again and again isn't a sign of laziness. It's actually a form of emotional regulation.
Yes.
When-
Do you know what's coming?
Yeah, when life feels overwhelming or unpredictable, your brain craves familiarity.
Wait. Familiarity.
Yeah.
We can talk.
Watching a show you already know gives you a sense of control, comfort, and stability. There are no surprises, no tension. You know exactly what happens next, and that predictability helps calm your nervous system. But this was a study done by the University of Chicago.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That's
Yeah.
why I do it.
That's why I do it too. Because then I watch those, a movie on Netflix and the girl dies at the end. And
Yeah,
then
and you're
I'm
like,
an
what the hell?
emotional mess. It's
Right.
like, this is why I watch the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. I don't want to watch a sad, depressing thing if I don't know it's coming. Like,
Right.
crazy.
But I
yeah.
feel really connected to people when
Yes.
I go to shows.
I agree with that. It's a good feeling to just be in an environment where you really don't have to care about anything
Mm-hmm.
besides that moment.
Right.
And in life nowadays, I feel like that's important to make sure you have those moments.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
for sure. Now, would you see Dean Lewis again?
Yes.
I was like, really? What?
How about you?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I liked him. He's also only a few years older than me, so who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll shoot him a message.
Yeah. I have a shot. His one date he talked about didn't go so well.
Oh yeah, true. He said he had a good first date, but then the second date was like a nightmare.
Yeah.
I really want
He
to
said
know
it was
the
fucked.
Yeah, I really want to know the specifics.
That's all he said.
I would have been
It's like, now that you told us that, we want to know the
like,
details.
we really just want to hear this whole story.
Right.
Like, the song is great, but we just want to know exactly what happened to make
Right.
that second date terrible.
Maybe she didn't like music. Well, it wasn't
crazy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's so but yeah, I don't know. It was yes, I would see him again. For sure.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Yes. And like I said, I feel like we'll definitely hear from these people like Dean Lewis and Henry Moodie over the next couple years with like new songs for them
Yeah.
coming out. And I hope that they get bigger because they're very good. Like they both have like really significant like quality voices.
They do. They're both really, really good.
Yeah.
And like his, I don't know what it's called. You might know what it's called, but like when he sings and it like,
The vibrato.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's really nice.
it is nice.
I feel like a lot of people have it, but they don't use it because they feel like people
Yes.
don't like it.
Yes.
I like it
Yes. It's more
on
of like
certain voices, but I love it on his voice.
yes. And there's like different ways of doing your vibrato so you can make it like shorter and
Mhm.
longer because it's just the vocal waves, like the waves of the sound that comes out of your. But like I don't know. Some people just do it really well and then there's others that I'm just not a fan of. But yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree. He had a nice one.
Yeah. It's like it's there, but it's not like overpowering
Yeah.
music.
Yes.
It's just
Cuz I always say like old people have like the overpowering one.
that makes sense.
Like the You know what I'm talking about? I feel like y'all know what I'm talking about.
Should we use that for the intro to this episode?
Just me.
Maybe people like, pause. We're not
Never mind. Not listening to this one. Oh my god.
Kelsey's doing opera.
Oh. La 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 la. Okay,
But his is very nice. I like it.
it is good. Agreed.
How was the rest? Did you look at the other prices of the merch?
Mine was very expensive.
Was it? I
Like
think-
I was paying and I was like, what am I paying for?
right. Like I like that he posted a little bit of what was going to be there.
Yeah.
Because then you knew ahead of time, oh, I really like that. That's what I want to
This
get.
is what
and this is
I will
what
be
the price
paying.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Which I've talked about my feelings on merch before and prices of t-shirt, but
Yeah.
I did splurge last night.
Danielle bought
I
one.
bought one of his shirts.
I was
which
so proud.
$40 for a t-shirt is
It's a little much, but you know what?
I've seen
Every
him
now
higher.
and then. Yeah. You just gotta treat yourself.
Treat yourself. But his merch was really pretty.
It was really, I wonder who made that. Like, I wonder if he had someone paint it or if he did it online or like
Oh,
did it, like, you know what I mean? Or if
Yeah.
he just bought a design from something.
right. And it seemed like there was a good variety. Like some stuff was like very artistic, but then there was
Yes.
like
The normal
the
band
normal,
shirts.
yeah.
Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah. Maybe we'll share our shirts
Yeah.
because they're pretty.
They were pretty. But yeah, I did like that he posted beforehand. I know a lot of artists don't like to share their merch
Yeah.
like before, but it's like
Right.
some people like to know ahead of time of like, hey, this is how much I'm going to be spending on merch when I go. Like, hey, I want to get this and this and this, and this is what it's going to cost me. I don't know. I like to be prepared though.
Yes.
So other people might not care. They might be like, oh, I'm just bringing my credit card and I spend what I spend.
Right. But it is nice to know what you're going to do.
Right.
Yeah. I paid like $10 for that drink. A normal,
Really?
like the size of like a normal, like the White Claw things, like
Yeah.
the small ones, like the normal size.
That's a lot for a little.
Right. I'm like, was it worth it? It was okay. It was refreshing. Like, I don't have to work tomorrow,
Right.
but like, yeah, it was silly. And it was like $4, or $3 or $4 for the ginger ale.
That's not bad.
Nah.
And that was pretty big too.
It was a big one.
Yeah.
As I was like walking back, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna crush this cup. Just like spill ginger
Were
ale
you
everywhere.
angry for some
I
reason?
don't know. It was just like I was standing there. I was like, this is very flimsy.
I did feel like when we walked up the stairs, though, that we were like going somewhere we weren't supposed to be going.
It's like a secret. Not a lot of
It
people know
was.
about it, I feel like.
Well, they're gonna know now.
Yeah.
It's a nice option.
It's a good option if you want to just sit somewhere
Yeah.
and watch it and
Yeah.
enjoy the show instead of standing and like having to worry about all the people around you.
Yeah.
Because there really wasn't a lot of people around us.
No.
It wasn't packed up there.
No. I feel like you could probably, like, if you didn't care where you were standing like we do,
Yeah.
like you could start upstairs sitting and then go downstairs later.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you're not standing the entire time.
Yeah.
And it didn't fill up. I mean, but it wasn't a sold out show, but
It wasn't. It was yeah, it was good. On a scale of 1 to 5 microphones, what would you give it?
I was thinking about this and I'm like, I'm gonna go 4. A very high 4.
I would agree with that.
I'm gonna start being stingier with my 5s. So if I wasn't a stingy bitch right now, I'd give it a 5. But
You don't want to just throw 5s out there?
I don't want to just
I get it.
new season.
New season, start of a brand new season.
Yeah.
So, yes, I would give it a high 4 too.
It was a nice, relaxing, enjoyable.
It was a good
Sure.
first concert, I
Yeah.
feel like. A good first concert to start 2025.
Yes.
Even though we're 4 months in.
Yes. I know.
Lacking.
We're a disgrace.
I know. We got to find another one in May.
We have one in May. We just haven't gotten tickets.
Which one? Oh, we don't want to spoil it. Never mind.
Yeah. May 1st
We're going.
at the Grog Shop.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. I don't know. But I'm sure it's going to be great.
Well, now everybody will know.
No, you can just go to the garage shop. You can just go to the concert as well.
Right.
Come say hi to us. You don't know what we look like, but
I'm sure they can figure it out.
I could figure it out through social media.
Yeah.
But anyway, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Post Concert High. I forgot what it was called. And our talk on the Epilogue World Tour with Henry Moodie and Dean Lewis.
Yeah. But check them out. If a tour is coming near you.
Definitely go. It was a good one. It was a nice, good show. So definitely go.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will see you next time.
See you later.
Bye. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Come back for more awkward millennial concert adventures. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Post Concert High. Be on the lookout for future episodes on YouTube.